Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Sorry to keep you all waiting. I heard Queen has some fantastic news. Let's start off with that. Congratulations. I can only imagine um, the weight that has been lifted. What a long time coming. So I'm glad that they were able to find a resolution and Queen can be unburdened with that because it's a tremendous, and I do mean tremendous, weight, not just financially, mentally, and all the other things. So, congratulations on that. Oh, they are going to read the depositions. Yeah, I guess they can do all of that now, right? That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. Good morning, Miss Mumbles. Good morning, Aunt Maddie. My Michelle, everybody. My poor fingers can rest now. Sorry, I apologize. Listen, here's the thing, right? I'm not just doing things on my time, and I spoke too soon, which I do apologize for. But there is a lot of it will be worth the wait. It'll be worth the wait. Good morning, half pint up to good, choo choo, fatty, white bird, straight talker, Fletcher. I feel like once I say good mornings, I see it in the chat. I have to name everybody because I want you all to know I see you. He had his first heart attack last March on his way flying out here to me. He's extremely lucky. Emma, I'm sorry to read that. Hey, LJ, it's been a while. Yeah, kick me. I didn't say that. Hey, WIS. Good morning from the UK, Poco Poco. All right, so let me pull this up first. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling too good. I have I don't know if it's the change of the weather or what it is, but I have a very sore throat, so I do apologize. But I couldn't leave you guys hanging another day, so here I am. All right, let me see. Hey, Mike. I'm not down. I just don't feel good. Sorry. I'm trying to push through it, but I knew I couldn't, you know what I mean, leave you guys hanging again. But I'll be all right. Hey, Starfire. Weather changes always do it. Yeah, so annoying. Do you like the golden toilet? I like it too. I like it too. Which is why I'm going to make you all wait a little bit because we have a few things to get into. And one of the biggest things is what obviously a certain lunatic had to say. Now, as you all know, I told everybody from the very start who that woman was, and I tried to stop people from interacting, giving her a foot into this sector and all the things in between. My warnings very often go ignored until something like this happens, and then everybody realizes what I was referring to. And well, that's what I was referring to. I wish people would listen more to the history of people and not so quick to open the doors for anybody, just because you have a common dislike of somebody or you listen to one video and everybody's advertising. You don't know these people, and a lot of us do. And I wish people would, just heed warnings a little bit better. But I get it because a lot of times we want to experience it for ourselves. Unfortunately, this is the way she's always been. She's always been vile. She's always been nasty. My understanding is she literally called Flava, who is a black woman, the hard ER. Okay. That is the type of person this is. And you better believe that when a certain little heifer over there opened the doorway for her, she knew that, which is why she welcomed her in. Okay. I know, Goody. But time will tell with that one, too. It always does, right? So I didn't hear and it was Friday. I tuned in to Clue, and people were saying what she said, what she said. And I said, what was it? And then people sent me, what it was. And I was floored, absolutely floored. But I don't watch, right? So I wouldn't have known. Now I heard there was comments being made like, why didn't everybody call this out? And, where was everybody at? Well, one, I normally don't go live on the weekend. Two, that's a topic that deserves a serious sit down conversation, right? And I'm not even too comfortable using somebody else's trauma. Like, people use it more so as a weapon than as I don't know. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but what I'm basically saying is that's who this person is, right? So I tuned in to a stream the other day, and I made a few comments, and I quickly was reminded why I normally don't comment. And a lot of the comments were, well, you do the most over there. You do the most on your channel. Or how dare you call this out, but not call that out? Or do you have the right to call this out? And that's one of the biggest issues, is the they and them. Okay. Now, I don't know if I can explain this any clearer to any of you, but when the content is constantly somebody I despise, somebody whose literal voice sends chills down my spine because I despise the person, I don't tune into a lot of streams. And I can't tell you how many streams I miss because I tune in for a second, I see what the topic is, and I exit left. This idea that everybody's supposed to know what everybody says, and if they said it more than once, then you heard it, and all this is simply not fucking true. Okay? Not all of us sit here and watch everything. Matter of fact, I watch arrest videos and things like that way more than I watch this community. I'll tell you that. So when I kept seeing that comment, all I kept thinking is, well, first off, let's stop with the whataboutisms. Let's focus on what's at hand here. Secondly, I'm not they, them, or anybody in between. Okay. And lastly, this is why people don't speak out, because on one hand, you're screaming for people to speak up. And on the other hand, you're saying, well, not you. Well, you don't have a right to speak up. Well, if you don't call this out, you can't call that out. Oh, excuse me 1 second. Bitch better have my money. Sorry, phone call. Fletcher, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Me too, apple bottoms. And even over there, you get attacked, right? And I just, it cracks me up, but it's not even funny, right? It's not funny. It's not funny that people use serious topics on YouTube to wave around at everybody as a weapon. It's not funny that people justify what's being said, or repeat it as if it's no big deal. Excuse me, and or use the whataboutisms. It's infuriating. Hell yeah, go Phils. It's literally infuriating. I feel like this is why people don't speak. Oh, Belinda, I didn't know you redirected to me. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I missed that. It doesn't show up on StreamYard. Thank you. Well, it is using others' trauma, right? And then it's like silencing people like, oh, well, there's so much I could say. Like, I saw one big thing I kept seeing is, well, what about what QB did? What the fuck did QB do? What did she do? I would take your word on what she did. Some of you people tell me I did shit I never did. What did she do? You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, then call it out. But don't tell me that I can't speak on what I want to speak on. Don't tell me I don't have a right to be in this comment section because you don't like what I do on my channel. I'm not talking about me calling somebody wasteful or lazy or any of those things. Doesn't even merely connect to somebody saying something so horrific against a child who had no choice in a situation. And the fact that you sick motherfuckers will even compare the two is unbelievable to me. Unbelievable to me. Yeah, I like when people call me a demon. You know why? Because when a motherfucker like you calls me a demon, that means I'm shining some light that you don't want to see. That's all that tells me. Have a great day. Hit the thumbs up. And then I saw people saying, well, you used her DV. You're comparing two grown adults situation to a child that couldn't even defend. I mean, and the fact that it's even a conversation, the fact that it's even a fucking conversation, I don't feel right having that conversation. It's not my conversation to have. What I will say is this is exactly why I told everybody to watch out for her, to not entertain her. Sickening. And it's not, and she said the sick shit, she said the clue. She said plenty of sick shit about me. That's who that woman is. She spirals out of control. She says the filthiest thing she can to keep a little bit of attention on her. And then you'll see her do this thing where she'll flip and act like she's a victim and people are going real life and she'll start going really manic in that platform. That's what she does. That's what she does. It's a pattern. These people have patterns and they're not hard to find. She is a sick person. Girl, you ain't telling me twice. I know. I absolutely know. And the fact that they come out and they try to present themselves as, good people and, you're going to see the homophobic, the racist, the fucking disgusting bottom of the barrel shit that she does that Brittany was aware she does. And that's why you welcomed her in. Okay. These are the type of people that I literally ran from because they're disgusting. They have no low, they won't go. And that you're getting a witness for yourself. The type of shit these people say that make you lose your shit and go wild. That make you go crazy and say some shit that you normally want to say because they try to hit you as low as they can go. I have, and that's why I'm not going down it again. So if there's any questions on why I didn't speak on it, it's because I told all of you to watch out from it to begin with. I said that's all. Just here we after today, the same one that's trash. Yeah, Nanny, I can't. I can't. I try to protect everybody from it, Jackie, Yeah, make no mistake. BJ knew exactly what would happen when she brought her in. Just like she knew with Kim and Crafton, just like she knew with Ange. She knows with all of them. She knows their patterns. Love you too, girl. Thank you so much. 43 months is insane. Yeah, the whataboutisms are not an argument. They're a deflection from their own wickedness. Yeah. And the amount of whataboutisms that were going on. And listen, we're all hypocrites, right? We're all hypocrites to an extent. We all, just because we don't confront somebody publicly doesn't mean we don't say something in private. Just because we're associated with somebody doesn't mean we agree with everything they say and do. And it's just tiresome that when you do try to speak, it's like, go sit on a fucking toilet, you piece of shit. Miss South Paws, welcome. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Absolutely, Poco. But I'm also talking about the people that decided in the chat that I didn't have the right to speak. Matter of fact, I'll see if it's still up. Give me a second. Because I normally don't visit there anyway because of this. It's a shame because I like the person, but when when your chat's like that is makes me not want to come in, which sucks. Because no, nothing against the creators. The chat's not up. Like, here we go, right? Does anyone remember how Trish Trauma got on YouTube? He brought it here himself. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Miss South Paws, thank you so much for this super sticker. The chat's down, so I can't even show you all. Yeah, I guess now we're not. It was Jamie. I guess now we're not allowed to talk about our own traumas, but which I love that though, right? Because there are people that get that. First off, it's always the same motherfucker saying that type of shit, right? Like this one was Pamela, the same person that will go over there and say, well, Brittany has a right to speak on this. He shared. Don't ever tell a victim they have to be quiet. Shut the fuck up. I don't know, Nanny Nut. I don't know. Because she hides everything. I was over in Chasen's Sunshine Madness, and it was as soon as a few of Brittany's mods all came in at the same time. You gotta love that too. Like the one mod comments, and the next thing you know, the 2, 3, 4. It's obvious that they're all back there, in a private chat somewhere talking. I don't know if any of you are in the same chat though. We know she has several because you still got a mole. I can't wait until I'm able to expose all of that. But Pretty in Pink, thank you so much for being a member for 13 months. I have Helen because it's what she's always done. Hey, toe beans, is what she has always done. I wasn't going to address her at all because I didn't want to bring more attention to her, but maybe I should on private all the videos and let you all see exactly who and what she is. Yeah, I seen a lot of you guys that I like in there. My chat now. I'm so mad. That's good, Gary. That is good. It's good to see you, Duchess. I hope you're doing well. There's no doubt, Heather, that people will use traumas against you, right? We all know that. We know with everything we say, there's a risk that somebody will take it and use it against you. That doesn't mean we can't call out when it is, right? If everybody decided they wouldn't speak on anything of any substance around here because it'll be used against them, then how are you ever going to educate the next person or tell the next victim they're not alone? Or offer awareness for the signs of things like that. Like what it's not right to say, well, there's a chance somebody will use it against you. It's not good enough. You know what I mean? I know you're not saying that in a place of like justifying it, but and I love that too. I love the people that write a reason as to why it was and then say, I'm not saying what was said wasn't disgusting. But you are, because you just offered a whole excuse in front of it. Exactly. Heartland, that's what I'm saying. I just can't, this idea. Onyx, I saw you as well. Thank you for being fair. And then I saw people saying, oh, well, this has been happening since this time period and both sides are wrong and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, for fuck's sake, we're not talking about sides. We're not talking about whataboutisms. We're not talking about 2, 3 years ago on YouTube. We're talking about what this vile woman just said about victims, about children that are victims. I don't give a shit what anybody said in 2010. I don't give a shit what fucking quote unquote side you're on. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, Julie Skolnick. I agree with you. I struggle with addressing Loon, but not giving her extra airtime. But I did talk about Loon's harm to ET yesterday. Exactly. What's up, Kurt? Hey, Doer Diddy. It's good to see you. I left too, Sip and Shine. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take the hypocritical fucking bullshit anymore. Of course they were in her chat after it happened. They didn't put their foot down until others started calling it out. But that's what's been happening, right? She always has a mouthpiece that's going to say, I heard a bit of a clip the other day, and I could have fell over. She said, Granny went live every day this week talking about me. Have I been live every day this week? I don't even go live every day anymore because of what you did, Brittany. But you always exaggerate. So I went live every single day this week talking about Brittany, and all she did was mention me. She didn't even have a full live stream about me. She just mentioned me. This is what she's saying, right? And it's like, this is the part where you don't fucking comprehend. I didn't send you a cease and desist. I didn't file I hadn't filed litigation against you. Okay? I can speak about you every day from Sunday to Sunday if I wanted to. You're the one that is trying to silence people. You are the one that claims you want this shit to end. Yet you're the one that decides to share a live stream of somebody going at me, hype up people like Loon by buying her a phone so she can go at people, and then turn around and act like you're a fucking victim. The moment you filed litigation against me in Pennsylvania, you should have never said my name again. The moment you sent me this pathetic C&D, you should have never said my name again. This idea of like, well, she did it first or did it, we're fucking adults. It is so bizarre and annoying to me to hear somebody say something so ridiculous. The only way it's going to stop is if the cops or a judge tell them they have to stop. Is it the only way? You have no self-control. You don't have the capability of not going live and speaking on people that you try to take their voice from. You don't have the choice to block a comment that comes in and says something you don't like. I've had 3 already this morning. Have you heard me call them all out? I acknowledged 1. The other 2, I fucking simply hid. It is so infuriating to hear somebody act the way she acts. Like Straight Talker says, she talked and talked on UGW till you said, fine, I will speak on her. And now she's the victim. That's always been the way it is with her. She would poke. I'd respond. She'd hide those videos and say, yo, I swear to God, I don't know why this woman. There's a reason your story changes all the time and mine stays the same. She is obsessed with me. I absolutely agree. I mean, obsession, the true definition of obsession is not being able to stop yourself. And you can't stop yourself. Even after filing litigation, you can't stop yourself. Even after filing a C&D and supposedly paying $8,000, you can't stop yourself. It's unreal to me. I know, Stephanie, I sure have. Well, a very wise man once said, can I file an RO on her? It's a good idea, Italy. It's a good idea. Oh, sorry, Jen Sparky. I'll see you later. 8,000 my ass. Well, it's nice to know 7 was paid by her mods. That's it. That's all, Lily Lou. Well, she's a lost cause that is going to be held accountable for her actions. I agree, Sunshine. It is weird that she chose to give me 1. And you'll notice that her 1 towards me was very weak. I'm sorry, Kenna. It makes me feel horrible too. I know, because of her. Because I can't fucking stand her. She just took the joy out of everything I say and do. And that was her intentions, right? Which is funny because when you're putting in legal documents that you're under such mental distress and you're traumatized by the actions you keep going back to, but your YouTube behaviors don't reflect that, it's not hard for anybody to see, especially a judge, an attorney, whoever. Look at a Proudfoot's Power Socks for Andrea. She still speaks on them, defames them. You think so? Settle down. I think she's not going to be successful. I know she won't be successful. Let me drop this link if anybody wants to take it. Any of you people that had the nerve to say, like, well, you can't call this out. I want to see if any of you want to hit that link. It was bizarre. She said any C&Ds with punitive damages pending. I know. But to send one to Granny, that seems crazy. Does her attorney know what's going on with her in PA? He sure does. He does now, which is why he likely hasn't responded. Don't forget, in my response to her C&D, I said, if you have proof of this, If you have proof of these claims, please send them. And I didn't receive any of them. To them, in my opinion, but I do believe it's being watched closely, very closely. It will come to a stop very, very soon. Very, very soon. C&D requires legal grounds that you're demanding the other person to cease from violating legal provisions. They must decide if she has no cause of action to begin with. You know, you would think that she would have learned after this RICO that criminal codes are not something to ride into a civil suit with, but she didn't. Oh, are you local? She didn't learn yet that I have a freedom of speech that she can't hinder. BJ sent Granny a C&D and hasn't shut up since. I agree. Especially when you're advertising people to, you know, go at me. Especially when you have ex-mods coming out and telling us things you've said and done. We don't need that in Jersey. If I smell weed from neighbors. I think she's going to keep the drama going. Some of us won't hate watch her anymore because her and Craig's action. She thinks that if she plays victim, her memberships will go back up. She does. That is why she does it. She is miserable, wants others to be as miserable as her. I agree. I absolutely agree. You know, it cracks me up because I saw a comment of hers that said that I'm miserable, right? Yeah, I'm miserable when I think of you. I am. But I'm not live every day. I'm live for a few hours at a time. And that's that. I'm not like you where my whole life revolves around YouTube. When I'm not live on YouTube, I'm not in any mod calls. I'm not in mod chats. I'm not in Discords. I'm living my life. I've done more in a singular weekend than you have an entire summer. Okay? You do make me miserable. I do despise you. Like, deeply despise you. But the minute I log off of here, you don't cross my mind one bit. Until and unless I'm speaking to my attorney or I'm planning out what I'm going to do with the damages that you owe. That's the only time you cross my mind. Miserable is the person that sits in front of a camera to deteriorate in front of everybody's eyes. Miserable is the person that has to yell at her own chat that she's not falling asleep as she's fucking rotating her eyes backwards and nodding out and faceplanting a mic. Miserable is the person that has to say things like, even my CPS worker thinks y'all are crazy, because that's your validation, what the CPS worker said. We all know what misery is. You gave us an open door to how miserable you are. Rule number 1, she lies. Rule number 2, she tells on herself. Right. That should tell her something. I agree, Brandy J, but she has zero self-awareness. Good morning, CB owner. Good to see you. That's what she does, is project her own misery on everybody else. The asinine comments I heard the other day, she never fails to just contradict herself in the same stream. I like the one that, you know, I'm a great mother. My kids know they can call me at any time. Call you at any time. Yeah, great. Fantastic. Love you too, Laura. Thank you. It's the truth. Michelle with the 5 months. Good morning to you. They do see them, what the crock. They just don't want to admit to them. They're not ready. Not all of them are ready to leave the people they like. And we notice that once one goes, more usually follow. Italy loves. Remember when Craig asked how tall one was? I mean, you know, their extended family. And again, she blames me for people knowing. Imagine that. Imagine having to blame somebody on the internet for exposing that you hid 3 of your children for years. And then say, well, they're there. They just know to be quiet. Bullshit, because you fucking show us when they're calling when you're live. They're not there. Nobody believes they're there. Nobody cares if they're there. It's just another example of you being a fucking liar. Pathological liar at that. They just stack up. She's been saying that for literal months, but She's passionate and good at true crime. Is she even awake when she's doing it? Is she even awake? Wait, what? She was bought in Jay last night while live. Jay reported it, and YouTube responded to her other one and asked for email. And BJ got a notice that she is claiming others are doing it, not her, but truth exposing. That's the truth, sunshine. Hey, Shirley. Her chat praises it. That was a fantastic example of snoring you gave us the other night. Oh my goodness. Speaking of true crime, did you guys see that guy that admitted on the news while doing an interview that he killed his parents? Holy shit. Oh, someone's using her email. She's so full of shit. I can't stand her. I can't stand her. It's funny because when everybody said, and her ex-mod gave out what she's doing, what she's trying to do with these C&Ds and all, the report and shit started happening. Now, do you know a few years ago she claimed that I hacked her email? She went as far as to say we hacked her email instead of admitting that she had a mole. It must have been possible that we hacked her email. Hacked it. I don't think she can speak without lying. I don't think she can do true crime without falling asleep. I won't even call it falling asleep without nodding the fuck out. Call it what it is. They use the email attached to the YouTube account. I didn't hear it, Captain Kurt. Which one? Can you drop it? Christy, I love that she says that when the only reason they have a roof over their heads is because they lived with Craig's father, right? So when you live, it's not like Brittany worked really hard and got her and her kids a home and she has the right to judge anybody, No. The only reason you now, quote unquote, have your own home is because he passed away, unfortunately. You didn't earn that. You didn't work for that. You lived with your, they're not even in-laws, for fuck's sake. And if he decides to leave you tomorrow, you'd be fucking homeless. She can say what she wants. I'm not an idiot like her. I'm not going to go out here and care so much what the internet thinks of me that I'm going to self-dox and actually put in danger where my kid lays their head at night because I don't like what they think of me. Only somebody insecure online and offline needs to do that. I assure you, I do not. Let me grab this. Hold on. Think what you want. The mail goes where it is. I can reach it. Quick song break. It's AI, right? So I won't get copyright. And I felt like you left. She is full allergy, and we're putting a stop to it.
Kurt Crush.
Kurt Crush.
Admit it, but Craig's drunk on live again, chasing Mabel around the den. That poor gray cat with them pretty eyes.
Facts, AT.
Survived her mama's kick, but it's Kurt she's dreaming.
Let me tell you this, right? She'll find out for sure all of my information when you're writing me those checks, baby.
Not Craig with his paint gun tricks.
I think they're back to the basement.
She wants to taste Kurt's clips. Yeah, cause that Craig gone after Mabel and he's been missing for 3 damn sets.
Gee, Kurt, I'm so sorry, but we know it's true. Yeah, I love that. I love that for them. Feel how you will. Just write that check to the right address, baby. She looks like she's from Upper Darby. Really? Ain't that the truth, lovey? You tell him what time it is. She admitted Craig was... Oh, was he? Yesterday was a Monday, wasn't it? Thought he only drank on Fridays. One out of 89, Craig made a joke about her locking him in the basement so she could stay in his residence and receive his pension. You know, with every joke, there's a bit of truth. With every joke, there's a bit of truth. Upper Darby is a little county where you can tell when people are from there, we can just say. Am I crazy? He only drinks on days that end in Y. Yeah, sounds about right. His residence. Well, it is. It's his. Because of his father. What did Java say? I don't care where or who she lives with. The problem is she's miserable with her life and brings that toxicity to a public forum. I agree with that. But I think the only way you can point your finger, or you should never, but you do. You know, I broke this down the other day. So a lot of people that Brittany brought into this sector over here to be her shining white knights, knowing how low they go, would often say that about me. Oh, well, you live with your parents. You live with your parents. Okay, right? Go on and keep saying it. And then you find out the one who's saying it lived in a tiny home on her mother's property, right? This is somebody that doesn't have kids to take care of or anything, and you are living off your parents. So no wonder you kept using that, because you're projecting your own failures onto others. She now says that I'm the reason, and she finally added Angela, because she's no longer friendly with her, as being a reason she had to move from that tiny home, as if we threatened her or something. And I love that, because you act like you're a Billy Badass coming out on the internet dropping hard R's and threatening people's lives, but yet you had to run from a tiny home because of people that aren't even in your state and would never go to your state. Okay. Then we had the other one that was saying the same damn thing, same thing, trying to use that as an insult. We found out they lived on a trailer on their mother's property. Then we had another one that came out here and said the same thing. We find out that her child, my age, without children, was living in her home. And it's like they're always the ones that don't have the, you know, you don't have the right to speak shit like that. But that's why you harp on shit like that, because of your own failures. So, One Red Rose with the 38 months. Hello, my friend. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. If something happened to him, she absolutely would not get his father's pension. I don't know if she would or wouldn't. I wouldn't even care. They were all watching, and she was telling. She joked that Craigie would be weekend in Bernie's, and here we are. She does it on purpose, I'm convinced. Excuse, like the fact that we're now to believe she still has a bad leg. The other day, someone said in her chat that she should take a few days off, go to the beach, and unwind. Her reply was, they will never force me to do that. The thought repulsed her. They will never force me to do that. You guys can force me any day to do that. That is a force I will allow. If you want to force me to take a few days off at the beach, I mean, but that's because she's an insecure, narcissistic person, in my opinion. And the idea of doing anything, like she's so. Yes, Outer Banks. Wait a minute. Don't you live with your parents? Sure. She's so fucking oddly obsessed with YouTube, bro. Imagine being so obsessed that you won't even take care of your own mental well-being. You won't take a family trip. You won't do anything because the idea of missing a moment, I think they call it FOMO, missing a moment on YouTube, just, and then she comes back and says, well, I wasn't live yesterday, so I missed out on, making money. So if you can help me. No, missing one day on YouTube, you shun it. You're not missing out on much. The ad revenue isn't much. Springfield Mall and Gradient Run was the hangout. I know. It's a shame that malls are disappearing. Our YouTube baby, Melanie, is doing fine. Thank you so much for taking great care of her. Tracy, you're the best. Her presentation couldn't get any worse. She doesn't realize how hard it is to watch, and I'm even sitting in her chat for hours waiting for her to get done chatting. And his. Yeah. I agree, Bray. It sure does. I know. So sad. Up to Good came out to say BJ gets zero respect at home playing victim works. I see you, Shelby Lynn. Do you guys remember when Craig was like, I don't want a woman that plays victim. I want a strong woman, into his quote unquote woman's mic? Yikes. I know, 2 to 3 streams. How are you taking care of 5 kids doing 2, 3, 4 streams a day? Craig's totally getting ready to make her leave. You think so? Philly into the mall. Oh, yeah, King of Prussia Mall. Yeah, we don't have many malls left. maybe that's, I mean, that would take too much work, right? She'd have to drive, walk, stay awake, walk on the sand. That'd be a lot of work. Oh, thank you, Three Size. I really appreciate that. So, she said she was going to do a morning stream. Well, she said that a while ago. She also said when she started nodding, she would take responsibility and log off. I also heard that she finally admitted the other day, I saw this from Just Saying's channel, that she finally admitted the other day that when CPS got involved in her life, I think back in April, she told everybody he came out, said he knew it was malicious, salacious, what she said, and they immediately closed it out. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys remember that. I agree, Ronnie G. In her mind, that's letting other people win. I said this, I had a quote that said this before, that a covert narcissist, or somebody I believe to resemble the behaviors Brittany displays, would rather allow every relationship around them to fall apart and dwindle than admit that they are doing something wrong, than to fix themselves. And that's what we're witnessing. A lot of you remember that. Well, she turned around and admitted that they made her clean up her house and buy the beds and do all those things. So for all those months, when she adamantly lied to her own audience, to her own people, that they don't know what they're talking about, that we're all liars and all of that, for months she kept that up. And now admits it. Just like with the I'm not sleeping. And then admits that she was falling asleep. She wanted to hear what your news is, Granny. That's why she has a big announcement to make. She has a big announcement to make? Does she? I bet you mine's bigger. Ever speak on fun things she does with her littles, because she doesn't do anything, Loki's mom. How she claims in CDs how y'all are making her life so horrible, but at the same time said, I own you. I can make you say and do whatever. I agree. I agree. She lied again about the roach walls. The boys should not be sleeping together. That's a shame. I know, sunshine. Do you want to hear it, Lazy Wolf? God, I so badly. Hold on. She made it last night. She's done with all the drama. Same announcement as every other night. Yo, I got a big announcement. I'm not going to talk about them no more. We're going to go back to true crime. That's what I love to do. Dang, I want to do this. Hold on. Check back 1 million times for you, Granny. Did you? Thank you. Yeah, you're right. I waited all day yesterday and checked back 1 million times. She said she called her son while she was naked in the shower to get a frog. Her subs are gullible to the point of pure stupidity. Listen to your attorney. Don't say too much. I'm sitting on pins and needles. I'm waiting to see how much I can say, because I know I can't say much. But I do have amazing. And I do mean amazing. Don't tell us if you can't right now. I was advised to wait. Thank you, big girl for life. I want to say anything, Jess. The element of surprise better. I am being a tease, Rainy J. I'm sorry. She's preparing her sub. She doesn't have the money to go any further than the C&Ds. Don't risk anything. Shit. I did screenshot this. I did. He's amazing. I'm sorry, Peekaboo. Thank you, Jackie Blue. I do need your guys' prayers, because this week's going to be an exciting week. We have quite a few things coming up. We can actually believe what you say, Granny's watching Fuck Me Freddy, these bitches. No, mocking media, please, bless it be. Do not let that be true. Oh, thank you, my friend. The disrespect last night saying she was late because something came up that needed her attention. When hasn't she been late? When everyone knew she was in Lemonhead's live just chatting away. How many times has she done that in the past 2-3 weeks? Because she's trying to grasp on to any bit of support she has because people are finally waking up to the fact that this woman is a pathological fucking liar. She's a pathological fucking liar that associates with people like Loon, like Kim and Crafton, who do the most, who do all this real life shit, who uses people's traumas and says gross things about children that are victims and all the other things to keep her hands clean. She knows what she's doing. And you know what? I even heard Loon the other day say, I'm just going to go to true crime. Don't you fucking dare. You shiesty motherfuckers think these tragedies are something for you to fall back on every time you get called out for being a funky motherfucker? Really? Excuse my language, but I'm pretty angry. The fact that you're going to sit there and say you're going to fall back to true crime every time you get caught up in some shit, you think you're going to use actual tragedies, real victims that you clearly have zero respect or concern for because it gives you a topic to talk about for that day, and you don't even have the respect to stand up and be wide awake when talking about such tragedies? Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Waiting on getting all of BJ subs since she can't do true crime. Yeah. Neither can she. I agree, Incognito. I try warning folks. I'd rather see a creator drugged than a family. Absolutely. Are you really? That's exciting. Those people. Why was Seth and Lemons? Because birds of a feather flock together. Why would anybody be surprised to know that Seth's in there? Do you know how much they have in common? Yes. Yes. And all the shit she used Lynn's childhood trauma against Lynn too. She's a real fucking slimy piece of shit. All right, let me see if I can. It's not only her not enough, but zero research. Yeah. And she goes, oh my God. Wow. How dare you come in my chat? She don't even have the respect or the fucking self-control to just block a negative comment. She has to respond, make it a big deal, turn her victimhood into more of a victimhood than that of the victim actually in the title or on the screen. Can you even fathom doing that? And I said this the whole time with Sebastian. How many times did Brittany start off with his name in the title, his photo on the screen, and then go into her little self-perpetrated drama? Matter of fact, she literally said, and I'll never forget because it made me sick to my stomach, when she made a community post saying that it has been proven by Seth's words that there were 5 CPS visits and Sebastian was failed, but she was ostracized and crucified. And it turned immediately. She was using a supposed child that had 5 visits from CPS as if that validated that he was being abused. Miss, I have 3. And use that to once again point out what a victim she is. Oh, you have the nerve. You have the nerve to constantly say you're going to fall back on true crime. I never told you I was going to read court transcripts and then made you wait all week and say I wasn't reading them. I've never done that. What are you talking about? Don't point it out, Hellfire. That's what she wrote. Well, for CPS now. Is she going to take back all the negative things she said about the Proudfoots for having allegedly 5 visits, which we all know was not 5? She going to take that back? After all, she told y'all that CPS don't fail. Matt, again, she lied. She lied. She told everybody CPS came out. They immediately closed the case. They looked at them and said they're great people. They're sorry the internet's doing this to them. They knew it was salacious, malicious. Matter of fact, if anybody has the clip, I'll play it right now. And then just now, the other day, she admits that no, they opened up a case against her. She had to clean up her home for them. So you lied for fucking months, straight through your little baby teeth for months. And then I want to know how a bitch that can't afford to put gas in her van can turn around and pay for a nasty bitch to have a phone to go at people. That sounds like colluding. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard them say, I'm sorry, if you've heard BJ say that people over here are colluding in the background to take her down. They're an organization. And then we find out, as always, that you're projecting what you're doing on the others, and the only person colluding in the background and paying motherfuckers to go at people is your funky ass. Little child's play teeth. Sherry's been a member for 14 months. Thank you so much, Sherry. For the last 4 years, Loki's mom. For the last 4 dang on years. Anyway, Pet My Peeve, I'm sorry that you felt that way or that happened. I told you all that I thought Monday, and then I said the other day that it might be Wednesday at the latest. If I can even so much as give a hint, I will. I mean, obviously, it's going to be something big. Miss Liverbird with the 33 months. With her swollen. I mean, how long? Listen, that photo that the ex-mod gave out, that was from like 2 years ago. You still got that shit? Ooh. Ooh. Like that meme. Ooh. No wonder you keep talking about me and saying I got some type of rotten going on. Ooh. We need some good news. All right. Miss Liverbird with the 33 months. Love you, girl. Oh, okay. I see. Pet My Peeves. I do recall that. Does seem like the more you wish bad karma on people. Does she realize that karma works both ways? That like maybe everything she's going through is her karma. That was the other thing. I want to play this really quick. Thank you, Barb, for hitting the thumbs up. No, nobody wants that B-fam. She's just a dramatic, dramatizing piece of shit. Yeah, why does she have a strong hate for the mothers in these cases? Yeah, it's funny. Only her children matter. Nobody else's. The impact this has had on me and my kids doesn't matter. Because I'm louder and I'm crass and I'm a little more crude. And, sometimes I scream and get angry. So our livelihoods don't matter. Have you seen the at night post of them filing a new motion? No, what was it? Or where can I see it? Can you send it to me? Choo Choo's mommy. Oh, lost my voice with 11 months. Thank you so much. My favorite creator. Oh, shit. Thank you. Filing a new motion in what? In my filing? I'd love to see that. Let me see. I don't even want to click their shit, though. Just makes them money. Oh, look at this that came up. I wonder if this is true. How do you make this shit bigger? Anyway, it says, I'm so sorry Craig is talking to someone else. You were strong and will be just fine. That sucks to read that in a chat. They want to unseal the protection order I have? They can't do that. Why would they even be able to do that? Why? I mean, if they want it unsealed, they can try, but why? All right, let me look. Oh, they don't even come up for me. How do I find them? Oh, somebody send it to me. Hold on. At Night declares its intention to file a petition with the Pennsylvania court to unseal and make public all documentation and transcripts from the hearing related to barbecue. This decision is driven by the escalating baseless accusations. Oh, okay. This decision is driven by the escalating and baseless accusations of stalking leveled by Miss Barbecue, a dissatisfied litigant in ongoing legal dispute, which have been irresponsibly magnified by various social media platforms. Does anybody remember when they're the ones that put this public first? The release of these records will definitely dismantle these unfounded claims, expose and fabricate narratives she has propagated. How it was granted. It was granted. They're not gonna unseal it. Hold on one second. This is actually funny. There actually is Hong that's constantly on there saying all these horrible things. So I don't know why they think that's going to work. That protective order was granted, and it was granted to protect a child. So I just highly doubt. Says, consequently, Ad Night will initiate legal proceedings against any YouTube channel possessing a notable subscriber base that fails to issue a complete retraction and formal apology for miscategorizing Ad Night representatives as stalkers of an individual with whom we have had no association or contact. Wow. So they're trying to dissociate themselves from Nick and Hung? This legal action will proceed immediately following the public disclosure of the hearing materials, which means it will never happen because the courts will never, ever unseal that hearing. So this idea that they will follow with legal actions immediately following disclosure of the hearing materials will never happen. And how about At Night come out and give an actual list? All of you members of At Night, get on camera with your full names and tell us who you are. I guess they want an apology from the judge. I know. Notice that notable subscriber count. Notable subscriber count. Regrettably, Ad Night finds itself compelled to pursue this course of action as it cannot permit these dangerous, where'd it go? Dangerous and unsubstantiated allegations to persist unchallenged. The core of Barbecue's motion hinges on illogical and unsupported foundation. She asserted a prior victory in an unrelated anti-SLAPP case as justification, acknowledging that Ad Night has never initiated contact with her or her family. Her petition further incorporated outdated news articles spanning 7 to 8 years, which bear no relevance. Hold on one second. This is so interesting. Okay. Going forth. Let's see. Outdated news articles spanning 7 to 8 years, which bear no relevance to the current matter, alongside excerpts from At Night's publicly accessible About Us webpage, misconstrued to imply preservation memoranda requested by our legal counsel in a separate, unrelated case, which only serves to obscure the issue further without providing any substantive link to the allegations, like you guys did when you didn't even put in any, and I do mean any, exhibits. At Night views this escalation as a deliberate attempt to damage its integrity through misinformation. One in the chat, if you think Ad Night damaged their integrity when they filed a RICO on a missing child's back. The company will not tolerate the continued exploitation of these falsehoods for online engagement or profit. Really? Really? Ironic that they say exploitation of falsehoods for online engagement or profit. I'm sorry, your little get rich quick scheme, get attention quick scheme backfired because the masses have common sense. But you started this. Upon sealing, any entity that persists in spreading these defamatory labels without correction will face rigorous legal consequences. Sure hope it ain't that Lesniak again. Boy, he's a tough one. Including claims for damages and injunctive relief. Not another. And I demand an immediate cessation of this narrative. And expects full compliance once the truth is laid bare through the released records. Suck my pickle. Well, I'll be damned. It's like a pigeon in a pickle jar, huh? Maybe you shouldn't be over there defaming people, saying that they're transgender, that they've had abortions, that they've unalived people. Maybe, just maybe, At Night should make a public announcement that their top man, Hong, is no longer part of them, or the internet and all of us with working brains will continue to insist that Hong is a representative, if not At Night itself, as well as Nick. And we will use anything you two say and do as a reflection on the company that claims to be a private intelligence group worth $500,000, yet you're putting out offers of $10,000 for people's information. Vibrator, thank you so much. These people are fucking funny. They all have like the legal minds of a pigeon in a pickle jar, if you will. That's unbelievable to me. I'm so thankful that I have an actual attorney who's competent. Did I tell you all that lately? I am so thankful. Wow, thank you, Vibrator, for coming a member again. The circus back in town. Ooh, they're back. These people really are immature, entitled piece of shit brats. Their insecurities reek. Like, the people that hide behind frivolous litigation because of their insecurities are the worst motherfuckers. Whatever happened to Pickle Ass? He's still around, Pickle Ass? They still around? It's like a shit in a hurricane with no shelter. I mean, to be fair, they are listed on At Night's website. I got a card that they gave me during Danilo Cavalcante that says At Night Media with Hong's name. So I don't think it's a fair stretch for Barbecue to say that Hong and Nick are part of At Night. Matter of fact, they're the ones that made us believe that. They're the only ones that we've ever seen from this quote-unquote At Night Media. Is Nick and Hong, right? Hong posts one sentence that never makes sense. Hong types in broken English. Yeah, if At Night has an issue with their reputation being damaged, maybe they should disassociate from people like Hong. Nobody, or maybe Barbecue goes at them on X. Here's what Hong writes. We take an avocado to court to release the fake protection order that she lying about. She make it sound like something else. She lie, and think it worked to finish line. Nah, she lie and say Nick was arrested for targeting her. When did she ever say Nick was arrested for targeting her? Avocado saved so much money on Halloween because she go dressed as herself. Boo. Then he puts her up to Eileen Warnos, which is Betty's lookalike. I love how she scammed everyone for Billboard, got away with it. To this day, no receipt for anyone. Wow. She give to her lawyers? Why? You mean you give the money to them? Oh. The only thing entertaining about you, Hong, is how you don't know how to speak English. Matter of fact, does anybody recall that Hong's the one that verified the RICO on behalf of At Night? Now you're really trying to tell us Hong isn't At Night? How was he able to verify it on behalf of At Night? Oh, Hong right. Oh. They're so intelligent. Oh. Hong say what? Hong say Hong like pickles in jars. Blessed be. I wonder if the other players are cool with Nick piling up damages they'll have to pay. They're all piling up damages. What do you think Brittany just did to them? Jake Hells became a YouTube member. Thank you, Jake Hells. All right, I think we... That is too funny. That is too much. Oh, crap, I missed another member. Pam J, welcome back. Thank you, my friends. I think Nick and Hung are, at night, lack of intelligence. Is he squirming to dissociate? I do think they like, you know how, like, Batman... Well, Batman's a poor example. You know how the Joker is just like a lousy, depressed man that society doesn't recognize, so he hates the world, and then he puts on the face paint, and suddenly he thinks he is the world? That is the perfect example of who these guys are. Hong saved money on Halloween costume because Hong pretend he a ninja in the night. Hong pretend he a private intelligence agent. Ha ha. Wow. What a dork. See Hong run. See Nick run. See Nick run for Hong. That is how they literally type. It's quite interesting. Nick has rearranged their management team to try and escape accountability. Probably. Hey, Victoria. He's already dressed up as a turnip. I'm curious. Let me ask if barbecue has a minute. They're basically once again saying that the judge lied. Like, these guys can't accept that they lose in court, so instead they blame the judges. It's very bizarre to me. What if Hong doesn't really exist and this is all Nick? Unfortunately, I met Hong in person twice. Is anyone else coming up gray? I can't renew. I keep getting an error only on this channel. What? I hope not. Hong took Nick off of At Night for now. Did he really? Oh, Hong, they dished you, you liability. Ooh, Hong, they don't... Hong's no longer At Night. They disassociated with him because he's an embarrassment. Ooh. Spread the news. Hong was kicked from At Night. Hong was fired. Do you think he had to get back the fluffy pink handcuffs? Hong is fired. He. Hellfire, thank you for the 5 gifted. Hong could be a... Oh, ooh. $1,000 shoes. I picture a game of rock, paper, scissors for who's in charge of At Night each night. Casual art, you stop that. Hong took Nick off or Nick took Hong off? Or Hong got Nick off? Whichever way you want to look at it, folks. I doubt it they are doing power plays. I don't think they have any power to play. I think they play that they have power. Remember Nick said to me, power recognizes power? How humiliating, be kicked from a group of frauds and criminals because you were a liability. Nick rather play alone. He no longer wants to play with you, Hong. Hey, Steph. Hong no longer. Hong fired. Did Hong ever get served by SF? Hong wear bumblebee suit. Hong go buzz. No, Jess. Nick was kicked, not Hong. Wait, who was kicked? Who broke up with who first? We need the deets. Come on, pour me another glass of Nancy. Let's get talking. Hold up. Who broke whose heart? Can we get clarification? Dang, you click their fucking sites and they take your IP addresses. Oh. They're now called At Night Creative Intelligence. Global News Syndicate and Creative Intelligence Agency. Yeah, I don't trust anybody who claims that they create AI. Do you got anything on here? Your website's empty, like your brains. How can I tell who was really kicked? Felicia, welcome. It's only Nick and right. That's what I'm saying. So who kicked who? We need the Nick took. I think he took skirt. Audacity's coming in. Thank you, Audacity. Good morning, Rainbow. Creative Lias. Hong no like Nick no more. Hong kicking Nick out the door. The best quote was my attorney during that litigation when he said, "I assure you, Your Honor, this is 100% AI. This is all AI fabricated. 100% artificial, 0% intelligence." Carl, thank you for hitting the thumbs up. I do have good news, Rainbow. Nick already owes millions for a different lawsuit. I spoke to that guy, Mr. Tomato Head. I spoke to him. Hong is one world and Nick is at night. Hong is as large as one world and Nick is alive at night. Is that what you meant? I didn't give it yet. Hong kicked Nick but kept his teeth and sunglasses. Jesus golly. Who gets the drone? Hong's anxiously writing away in his Nick notebook. He break my heart. He tell me I not part of club no more. I beat you to it, Jill. Beat you to it, Jill. He not happy. Mom! Nick's telling me I'm not part of the club anymore.
Good morning.
Mom, you don't have to make the meatloaf so big tonight. Hong's not coming. Good morning, barbecue.
What did I miss other than the all the late night tweets and bullshit? Other than that,
Apparently they broke up, girl. I don't know. I wonder how big of a piece of shit you have to be to get kicked out of a fabricated club.
yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but let me just say this: I've read all the tweets, and my lawyer's handling everything, and everything is being documented, and no lot like the post that At Night made say we're in the process of getting unsealed, blah blah. You know what?
Right.
You know what it is that now that the restraining order, which is not fake, it was absolutely granted. Both of my or both of the orders are in my attorney's possession. They will be used in our fake RICO.
Girl, if they weren't granted, they wouldn't ask for unsealed documents. Documents
I
wouldn't be
know.
sealed. So we know
They're
it was
so
granted.
they're fucking idiots.
Yeah, I like the part that I like this part. Hold on, let me quote it. This part got
I'm just
me.
so like irritated with these motherfuckers that they just need to leave me alone. They need to leave me alone, my family alone. And the more they fucking keep climbing up shit crick, the more shit they're gonna fucking get in the end, in my opinion.
I like this part. This part says this legal action will proceed immediately following the public disclosure of the hearing materials.
What,
Which
they're gonna sue me?
It will
For
never
what?
No, they're not suing you. They're suing anybody who agrees with what you said. This is what they said. Consequently, At Night will initiate legal proceedings against any YouTube channel possessing a notable subscriber base that fails to issue a complete retraction and formal apology for miscategorizing At Night's representatives as stalkers of an individual with whom we have had no association or contact.
They put out a memorandum that literally said to preserve information, video surveillance, drone footage, pictures, social media videos, comments, and my daughter was fucking named. A president judge in the county of Blair County, I'm about to put it out there, Judge Jolene Grubb Capriva, granted the restraining order against these two motherfuckers.
Who represented them?
Bruce Castor's son.
Oh.
Bruce Castor the third.
Oh. Interesting. And they lost. I mean, it was granted, right?
It was granted. They both took the stand too, and Nick swore under testimony of perjury of law that I threatened him. I've never threatened that motherfucker. I'm not going to waste my time fucking going to jail over those people.
Well, this is what they say. The core of Miss True's motion hinges on an illogical and unsupported foundation. So I just asked my attorney, I said, was there a new motion filed? And he says, no. I mean, I asked you and you said no. So what motion are they claiming hinges on illogical and unsupported? She asserted a prior victory in an unrelated anti-SLAPP case as justification while simultaneously acknowledging that At Night has never initiated contact with her or family. So is your restraining order against At Night?
It's against Hong and Nick. It was. It's expired now. When my daughter turned 18 last week, the restraining order expired. How convenient, the timing.
But what motion did you file against At Night?
I didn't file any motion.
During the court hearing, did you acknowledge that At Night has never initiated contact with you or your family?
I didn't write At Night in there. I just said that they have a fake intelligence agency, in my opinion.
He goes on to say her petition further incorporated outdated news articles spanning 7 to 8 years, which bear no relevance to the current matter, alongside excerpts from At Night's publicly accessible About Us webpage misconstrued to implied misconduct.
It's just mumbo jumbo to me.
Yeah, it's their insecurities are screaming.
They're not going to unseal a minor's document, a minor's restraining order.
That's why they're not going to pursue any further litigation against anybody, because they said they'll do that once these documents are unsealed. Well, they're not going to unseal them, so.
No.
And the fact that immediately when this drops, they're looking to unseal it is exactly why the judge should extend it. Because now they're going to use that restraining order as a reason to do what they're doing right here, which is further defame, intimidate, and harass. And I don't know if people realize it, but we are witnesses. We are defendants in ongoing litigation with these guys. And every single day they're putting shit up to make us feel more and more worried about having to go see them in court. I think it's a huge fucking problem. I think they should be held accountable for it.
Yep. I saw that too.
They got another new name?
There's another Twitter page. I don't know if it's theirs or not, but it says At Night Management Agency.
They can't even manage to keep a fucking name.
So I just want to state this for everybody's knowledge. In the state of Pennsylvania, and I don't know if this is for other states, but in the state of Pennsylvania, you cannot get a protection order unless you were in a relationship with the person, they're a family member, or a minor. So my daughter's no longer a minor, and I've never been intimately involved with either of those fucking losers, and we're definitely not fucking family.
I do think there has to be I do think there should, I think there's a way, given that we're in current litigation with them, that there is a way to seek a protective order through litigation, but I don't know if that would cover a child. You did what you had to do as a mother, and it was granted. So the idea that they're trying to, the judge was wrong again, and everybody's wrong but them, come on.
Yeah, you're not going to tell a president judge. And they're saying about the articles that I brought. Yeah, I brought news articles of crimes that one of the individuals was convicted for, prosecuted for, served jail time for, is on parole for. So yeah, that's reasonable fear.
Right. Well, not only that, but the articles, they're saying 7 to 8 years old. Some of them are very much more recent than that.
No, they're not 7, 8 years old. I mean, anybody can Google Nick the Hat and see.
Right, comes up from 2021. 2021 is not 7 to 8 years ago. It's 4, if my math serves me correct.
Oh, we might not be very smart. We might not know how to count.
We already had an anti-SLAPP hearing. The only hearing that's going to come up next is when we're back in front of the lower court, back in front of Judge Eckel, and they're facing punitive and attorney fees. That's the next hearing. They have a brief they have to write. We respond with a brief. 3 judges sit down. They look at the merits of the case. They make a ruling. With that ruling, I can confidently believe that we will be, again, successful, and then we'll go back before Judge Eckel. Thank you, Peekaboo.
And every single post that they have made harassing us, defaming us, torturing us, mind fucking us, is going to be presented to the judge so that she has a clear understanding of what we've endured outside of just the filing itself.
Right. And then we're going to throw in that Tony sued me in Oklahoma. Brittany's threatening to sue me in North Carolina. And show that they are, what do they call that? Fender shopping, whatever they call it. Basically, they're looking to take a bite out of the same apple in different states, and you can't do that. The judge isn't going to be happy with any of this.
But to threaten people, like At Night's post, I'd love to know who made that post. Who made it?
I don't know, because the chat saying Hong was kicked out of the group, but then some people said, no, Nick was kicked out. I'm trying to figure out who was actually kicked from At Night. And where are you guys finding this at? Audacity said give her a minute, so hopefully she comes through with it. Yoga Mama, good morning.
Ouch!
What?
Sorry, Bruno just bit my arm.
Oh.
He's playing. He bit my
arm. Granny watching annual reports due today for OMG Live LLC and One World LLC. Oh, annual report should be out today. Did they ever give the results of their internal investigation that they were doing for transparency? Did they ever give the results of that?
Yeah, I don't think anybody got kicked out.
No, they're trying to pull a slick one. Like, hey, we know what Hong's doing is unhinged, but he's no longer associated with At Night. That's what they're trying to do. No, Bri, that's not the point. Welcome, Teddy Bear. I'm glad I was recommended. Come on in. We're talking about frivolous litigation, frauds, and criminals. Nick was taken off any documentation linking him to At Night because he's on parole, you think? In my opinion, say. They said they found the culprits and took measures against them. That was their internal affairs investigation that they were conducting themselves. I'm while we can make light of it and joke, these posts that I've seen from Hong, who's Twitter finger happy and writing out shit that doesn't even make sense every day, is absolutely harassment. It is intimidation. It is, in my opinion, what they call cyberbullying. And he does represent himself with At Night Media. Matter of fact, I have a physical card in my hand that he gave me that says that he is like second in command of At Night Media. I'd go read it to get it verbatim. I think I actually posted it before. So the fact that they're saying you're defaming or defrauding At Night Media by holding the restraining orders against At Night Media, and it's like, no, you two came out and told us that you are At Night Media. And again, who the fuck is At Night Media? How are we being sued by a faceless entity? Who are they? Who is it? Who fucking sued us? I can't believe we're this far in the litigation and we don't even know who the fuck At Night is. Who are they?
You know, it's funny. They said in court for my daughter's protection order, they said, why didn't you bring Alexander Swanson here? That's a question for Swanson. They kept saying that on the stand. That's a question for Swanson.
Then why
Who's Alexander Swanson?
This is what they wrote. New order. Presidents are Hong and Alexander. Vice presidents are Hong and Alexander. Governors are Alexander and Hong. Is this real? Oh my God, is this real?
I don't know.
The president, the vice president, and the governors? He's big enough to be all three. So right, Nick literally has At Night beside his name. Alexander Swanson is the person that when the phone number was traced, if you all recall, that made the threat, the phone number was traced back to an Alexander Swanson, who at one point or another was addressed to have lived with Nick.
Yeah, now he lives, the last time I think he lived in Arizona, and he was like posting half naked pictures.
So do we need to subpoena him to court then? Is that what
maybe?
It sounds like it.
Maybe. We have his address.
I think we should subpoena all of At Night's sit-in members since they sued us.
Cynthia Lee too. We need
Yes, I'd
Cynthia
love.
Lee there.
I'd love to meet Cynthia Lee.
Uh-huh.
Cynthia Lee. I wonder if the actual Cynthia Lee that does that line of work, like, I wonder if she realizes that her name, a similar name at the minimum, is being used with this stuff. So again, At Night consists of the 3 people: Alexander, Hong, and Nick. So this whole thing they wrote out on their website where they disassociate themselves is lunacy. That's all it is. Andrew Mack, their supporters' latest kidnapping suspect that has their supporters begging them to pay $30,000 for Sebastian's return. Oh my fucking God.
These people need their internet revoked,
Oh,
in my opinion.
Han make posts for Granny. Han watch everything Granny Barbecue do. You're such a loser, Han. You are such a loser. And you smell like wet hoagies. And you weeble wobble when you walk. They are. That's my opinion as well. I think it's gross that these people come along. They LARP as if they're an actual company that have the audacity to claim that they're a private intelligence group, that their services are worth $500,000, and their main fucking their president, their vice president, their governor can't even write in fucking English.
And sits there and makes transphobic comments on their X page. They fat shame and bully women.
Yeah.
They defame people.
They're just gross. They sit around all day listening to everything and then getting little Twitter finger happy. You're losers, bro. You're fucking losers. Oh, we got people lined up, Ever Love Me, just waiting for this, to be president setting, and then we're gonna sell our stories. I feel like listening to Nick and Hong's like watching the internal mind work as someone writing a fiction novel. That's funny. It's what the judge said similar to that in Nick's court proceeding when he framed a government employee. Justice Investigation Division, President Hong, Secretary Alexander, other Kia Wilson, other State of PA Young constituent. They got rid of that name when they were sued for a couple mil. Oh man, hey, how gross that these people LARP on poor Sebastian.
It's disgusting.
I saw one signature by the Cynthia as Cynthia Julie.
They're not even signatures. They're like automated.
They're like
typed
out.
Mm-hmm.
But again, for them to claim that Hong and Nick are not part of At Night, Hong's the one that signed the verification on behalf of At Night on their fantasy RICO filing. Is that what they call it? AutoPen? Well, Barbecue, I'm sorry that Hong is obsessed with defaming you while in active litigation with you.
Well, he's terrorizing me.
Yeah, he is.
But everything's being documented, so that's all I can do. I mean, all I can say is don't believe everything that you hear. We know that for the last year, there's been so many things that have been stated. Like, where's Trump? Trump is coming to Tennessee. Where's Trump?
Right. Where's the crew of 10,000 that are going to go search in the spring as we enter another fall?
He'll be home by Christmas.
Yep.
It's just ridiculous.
I mean, they keep doing a lot of this LARPing bullshit, but I don't think it's, it's funny because in their civil filing, they quoted a lot of case law, and a lot of the case law they quoted, they have since broken. And I don't think they've realized, but you can be held criminally liable for what you are doing. And if you think you picked the wrong ones, just go read the judge's fucking ruling and our attorney's filings and ask Lesniak why he hasn't responded to most.
Butter says, as of this morning, the last 5 months, Hong has made 67 posts about barbecue. Actually, there's over 113 plus videos. There's over 113 posts. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So yeah, in the last 7 months, there's been almost nearly 200 posts, including videos made by Hong.
That's right.
And Granny's in there too, like editing her picture to have her have a beard on. I mean, there's been so much shit said. Hong said that I
I
had
heard they
11
used that.
abortions, that I was born a man, that now I'm pregnant, that I stole billboard money, that I did sexual favors for attorneys, and implying that I did sexual favors for my attorneys and then still raise money for attorney fees. I mean, just foul, disgusting shit.
Type of
Seriously,
shit
foul
they do.
shit.
I think Hong drew a beard on me to make it say a little harder. Ain't that right, Hongy? Just because your voice is more feminine. You're going to be in and out of court so much, you're going to think you're a basketball player.
Getting pretty good at that.
Yeah, that is pretty good. That is pretty good.
The one that kicks me is when he was on the stand in front of the judge for the protection order, and my attorney kept asking him questions, and he just couldn't answer. He just kept saying, I don't know. I don't know. Like he didn't understand English. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You literally have a video review on Lesniak's website where you speak just fucking perfect English.
I don't know.
I don't know. Nobody's name is being taken off of any lawsuit. Dog can't take his name off of it. Nobody can.
Yeah, they're sealed in. They're locked in.
They still haven't filed an amended filing to take Bruce Castor's name off either. Just saying.
Sure didn't. Sure didn't.
Toe beans, I don't know how I stay strong either. You know what it is? It really boils down to I know the facts, I know the truth, I have the proof. And at the end of the day, Granny and I both know that we are frivolously sued. We've proven that in court during the anti-slap with our exhibits that we've submitted also, and our representation of
We didn't even
by
have to prove it. Their filing was beyond frivolous. The judge saw it on his face value too.
yeah.
I mean,
Just
it was
like I'm just saying,
anybody.
like the text from Tony and all
Yeah,
that shit.
anybody with a lick of sense could see how ridiculous that filing was. Fabricated bullshit. Bruce can be held accountable, absolutely. It's just and then the fact that Hong sits over there again. Everything they try to accuse of us of is the things that they're doing. They're just fucking losers, absolute losers. Yeah, they'll be held accountable. Barbecue. I was just wondering what their little bullshit. We're gonna put out injunctions and lawsuits on people. I don't think anybody's threatened by your litigation. I think people have seen enough by now to realize that there's nothing to fear there. It is incel energy. I like when SF would call them intelligence group because it's definitely incel energy. Like, shouldn't you be finding missing kids right now or something? Private intelligence group, shouldn't you be hard at work? I've never seen anybody.
Someone who claimed to be a professional
Right.
act like that.
I've never seen it a day in my life. Anybody who claims their services are worth $500,000 or $1 million conduct themselves like this, and then have the nerve that anybody else is tarnishing your reputation is insane. You're nuts. I don't know if SF was ever able to serve them.
No.
Yeah, the court will still judge on the merits, and we know where the merits lie. I just, time will tell. Time will tell.
Just got to look at it and say, consider the source, keep moving forward,
Yep.
document everything.
Could this be something to do with Turning Point USA and Nick? I think Nick has aged out. I don't know. I mean, it's amazing that he's suddenly turning point, but maybe this is what they do. They latch on to anything that's trending, try to insert themselves in it like a bunch of pick me fucking people that have never been recognized a day in their lives, and they just pretend to fit in where they don't, because the world, like I said, they're literally like the Joker, but way, way less powerful. Hey, let's go, Brandon. November 3rd, they have to put their brief in.
Did you see the couple posts that Scott Pressler has made on X?
No, I don't even know who that is. I don't go on X at all.
That's all right. So Scott Pressler, he's made a couple posts in the last week about Bill Cosby and the Supreme Court and how his conviction was overturned.
Okay, but who's Scott Pressler? Like, what does that mean for anything?
He basically is like getting people to register to vote and things like that. He's got a 2.1 million follower base on Twitter or X, whatever. It's interesting if you happen to maybe log in over there and see what's going on. Scott Pressler. He's a Republican. I don't talk politics, but he's a Republican, and yeah, you're just gonna have to go down the rabbit hole because I don't want to speak on it publicly. But there's a lot in the past week. There's at least a handful or more of Bill Cosby posts, which I thought was very interesting. I commented on one of them.
Well, what do you find interesting about it, I guess is what I'm asking.
No, just that all of a sudden somebody is bringing up Bill Cosby and how his conviction was overturned and he was released. And then here we are. So Scott Pressler was also, I don't want to say interlocking, but like along with the TPUSA. And then here we've got Nick, who's putting TPUSA in all of his socials. And yet he's got a picture on his Twitter of him and Bill Cosby. I don't know. It's just all fucking weird to me.
Oh, so you're saying that he disagrees with Bill Cosby being let off?
Yes.
Okay. All three of the justices ruled to overturn Bill Cosby's sexual assault conviction. Okay, I see. And he's blaming Democrats for overturning the conviction.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hold on I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second.
Interesting. I see what she's saying, but I don't know how it would connect back to Nick and them. I mean, Nick and them defended Bill Cosby. They're the only ones that defended Bill Cosby. Bruce Castor was I believe he was the DA at the time, the one that made the deal.
Yeah, I just sent you my reply on Scott Pressler's post.
Yeah, that's the reason Bill Cosby. So it even says right here, conviction overturned. Cosby's release came after the court ruled that an unwritten agreement with the previous district attorney should have prevented him from being charged. That district attorney was Bruce Castor.
Yep. Yeah, because he made the agreement with the first lady that was raped when Bill Cosby had to pay out the settlement of millions of dollars. And their agreement, I'm paraphrasing here because I don't want to misspeak, but along the lines of like in agreement with him settling and paying this lady all this money, anything further any other further, like, fuck, I'm trying to think of how it was worded, but it was something like his previous conviction couldn't be used in the new conviction or the new charge. And it was brought up that he, it was brought up in his second case, which then he went to jail. And so they went and appealed it and said, oh, look, this agreement that Bruce Castor made says that, this couldn't be brought. I don't know. It's a whole big thing. I don't have the mental energy to go down all those rabbit holes, but something along those lines. I just think it's fucked up. I think it's fucked up that someone can just pay someone to shut the fuck up whenever they know that they've committed horrific crimes.
I agree. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, even right here, the guy writes, the decision was met with criticism from the hashtag Me Too movement and survivors of sexual assault. And that's one of the things Nick said, that he has the power to put us in the Me Too movement and the power to take us out.
He's so powerful.
Except for he had literally no power whatsoever. Yeah, very interesting. There's definitely a lot of corruption that was behind, in my opinion, a lot of corruption behind the Bill Cosby. And again, the only people that defended Bill Cosby were Joseph Lasniak, Bruce Castor, Nick the Hat, and Hung. And then we find out that these guys are still years later working together in frivolous litigation in Pennsylvania and a bunch of other shady dealings, in my opinion. So she's next, Cambry. I assure you all, she is next on my list, anyhow.
All right, girl.
Thank you for coming up, Barbecue. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Hongy Hong takes a little minute, take a shower or something, Hong. Cool down, buddy. You'll be all right.
Yeah, the latest is so just stalking me on my TikTok lives last night because he's already posting pictures. I had one of those collagen masks on. I was trying it out.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
I was making faces. I'm like, because I know they're recording everything. Of course I'm gonna make faces. Go ahead, put the shit out. It just proves that you're stalking me more. But
yeah, he watches your every move.
I know, but he's been like editing my photos to make me look pregnant, make me look like a man that's pregnant. That's like, listen, I had my last child in 2007. Okay. I cannot have any more children, nor do I want any more children. All my kids are graduated, have a job in school, the military. So,
like, why does any of that matter, though? Like, why does you giving birth or anything even matter? You know what I mean? Like, the whole thing's so stupid.
Yeah.
I saw you write that, Audacity. Very interesting. Very interesting. I wonder why they don't use that YC News organization name anymore. Wonder if it has anything to do with a couple $1 million owed to a man that they defamed in New York.
I know, B-Fam. You're exactly right. How does someone be born a man and then have abortions and get pregnant?
Hong's trying to figure that out as we speak, because I heard he wants to call Nick Daddy really bad. So give him a few. Maybe he'll learn to comprehend it soon enough. We know, believe Hong. Hong do bad thing. Oh man, I've never been insulted by somebody on such a third grade level that claims to be part of a private intelligence group. Make sense.
Intelligence should absolutely be removed, especially when you can't even fucking write English in a complete sentence that makes sense.
I mean, not only that, but our phones have spell check and shit. And there's so many ways to help you, even if you do struggle, that the phones literally write shit for you. We know you know how to use ChatGPT. You took credit for creating it, for fuck's sake. Come on, do a little bit better.
Maybe he has a flip phone. Maybe he has one of them phones they gave out a few years for free.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. They might have profited enough off Sebastian's disappearance to have a little more than a flip phone now.
Maybe.
I heard Nick made merch for an event that he did 2 years ago. He finally made merch after getting a little bit of traction off Sebastian's name.
Horrible.
Yeah, maybe Hung puts on a wig and becomes Cynthia Lee. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Honey Hung. You
Listen,
like to
he's
talk about
just
pickles in pigeon jars. Or pigeons in pickle jars. We're on to you, buddy. It's okay. It's okay, Hung. It's okay.
I wonder
on.
if Hong's ever had a girlfriend. Because I'll tell you what, I would be mortified.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Mortified for the way that he treats women.
Unless he calls it Nikki, I doubt it. Betty says she let the case go as a tribute to Charlie Kirk. Yeah, that is what she claims. She claims, yeah, it's a whole weird fucking thing. These people are so weird.
All right, girl, I'm getting off here. I'll be around. I'll keep you updated offline.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Right, bye everyone. Have a good night or day, whatever. It's 11:30 night. I feel like it's night. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Yeah. I saw Betty claiming, she's Charlie Kirk's a good friend of hers, and his death made her realize. Blessed be those that file frivolous litigation. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it looks like it's going to be a few more days, as I suspected, before I can tell you all. But I can assure you all, it is well worth the wait. There are, for every action, there is a reaction. And sooner or later, I know sin is killing me too. Sooner or later, these adults are going to have to realize that. They're going to have to realize that. I mean, we're talking like a day or two, guys. Like maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. It's not going to be like a 2-3, week wait or anything like that. I was advised it's better to wait. And I get why. That's my email. I'm sorry. Oh, tomorrow is Wednesday? Well, there you go, folks. Hold on for just one more day. Things will come your way if you hold on. There you go. I need prior notice to come to you. I know. I got you guys. I don't know that song. Good things come to those who wait. Yes. Yes. Look at that. I don't even know what day it is. I'm so out of the loop. I don't feel good. But it'll be worth it. I promise. I promise. It'll be exciting. It'll be exciting. The word of the day is accountability. Maybe we should make that the word of tomorrow's day then. Right, exactly. And the element of surprise is a good thing. We don't want to give everybody, a heads up or a leg up. Oh, happy birthday, Amy. An allergy pill? Maybe that is what I need. It's going to be, in the words of the person she looks like, which is the Grinch, fabulous. Oh, it's your birthday too? I feel like October is going to be a fantastic month. I hope it is. There's always, the uncertainty. Thursday, I do, have important things happening, and we'll find out. But I'm excited. I can't even lie. I'm excited. All we need is just a little patience. Today is the 30th. October 27th, isn't it? That's so cool. My neighbor is having a baby around Halloween. I'm excited for her. Yeah, Pam J, but you're all involved as well, right? So I want you all to know as well. And, dear God in heaven, that may or may not be real. Please let Granny be so and BJ. Amen. My daughter has strep, so watch yourself. I know, I always get strep. Always. I knew it was Tuesday because me and one of my best friends are headed Tuesday movie matinee for cheap senior. Yeah, you can get tickets to AMC for $5. If anyone has a good substitute for milk, butter, soy, wheat for all three? No, straight talker, I don't. Actually, I got to check. You said it could be the end of the week. So if it's earlier than that, good. We shall see. Thank you, Wander and stuff, for understanding. Let's ask right now if my appearance was waived. Oh, I will. I will. Absolutely will. I'm good friends with her. She's actually a woman from the Philippines. Very sweet lady. Oh my gosh, I adore her. She's a very nice woman. Coconut milk, somebody said. Yesterday was me and the wife's 18-year commitment anniversary. Dang it. I missed it. I missed getting that to you in time. Fuck, I'm sorry. I can't count. I can't pronounce words correctly. I make shit up all the time. Why are you guys even here? Don't even know what day it is. Just a hot mess. It's a blessing, Miss Liverbird. Is there really, Crafton? You know what? Almond milk and I can't believe it's not butter are the two substitutes. My grandson turns 11 October 16th. Oh, turns 40 October 22nd. You got big October too. September's our big families, you know. Thank you, Crafty Girl. She was trying to intimidate you again yesterday. She's an asshole. What, BJ? I did see that, Toe Beans. Of course she, was. She wants it to end, guys. She wants it all to end. Somebody please just help her find a solution. I can't get them to stop as I mock them all the time. Oh my goodness. I thought it was Saturday. There you go. I'll be 31 on October 21st. I didn't know you were so young. You're so lucky. I have a cassette tape of it. It came with a tattoo. That's cute. What are you making, Just Tracy? I'll be 51. It's all blessings. She probably sits around talking like you when she's not live. I hear it's how she keeps Craig's attention. Rumor has it. It didn't come from me. It's a rumor. Rumor says. All right. Oh, thank you, Mickey. How many lives do Pinocchio sit till today? Is one? Is two? Is three? Is hung? Pinocchio sit till today. Hung. My nose is probably bigger than your dick, okay? Because you give off, and I swear on everything, you give off the smallest energy of anybody I've ever met. My golly, go do something productive with your life. Oh, Granny Big, is that because I'm Jewish? You making fun of my nose because I'm Jewish? You fucking insecure piece of shit. Remember when Hong was crying? Oh my God, they say racist things to me. Shut up, you small dick motherfucker. My God. You're the type of guy who drives around a big truck with a big old flag to make everybody think you're a big old tough guy, aren't you? Can't even fucking get in the truck, you overweight Oompa Loompa. Anyway, so yeah, there was this amazing filing by Barry Murphy's counsel that was basically saying they don't want the live streaming of the court being done via the website anymore because JLR is restreaming it to YouTube and the comments they feel are threatening them. I tried not, I was thinking about not saying dick. I was going to say like penis and then I was like, you know what? We got to say it in little man words for them. Dick. You are a dick because you likely have a small dick. Okay? You give off dick fit in a pickle jar energy. I'm sorry for anybody. I mean, I know this is graphic. I've hung around with Clue too much. She has corrupted my mind. But this is what I'm thinking right now. Like, Pinocchio sit. I've never had a zit on my nose. You haven't had pussy since pussy had you. Great quote I heard from a real piece of shit before, and I love it. I mean, you're oozing with incelness. It's like everything about you It radiates out of you like the wet hoagie smell that comes from you. You look like what swamp ass would be described as. Like you're everything. You hate yourself and you hate women, and it's obvious. You give off beta incel vibes. Elliot Rogers, motherfucker. That's why, ew, I just can't. Hung mad. Hung big mad. Hung big mad. Hung weird. God. And I mean, this guy, he just, brother, what? That's all I think of when I see you. Like, ugh. I mean, I'm sorry I'm ruining a good hoagie, but, ugh, you guys don't even know. He probably does. He mad. Hung big fat man angry. I angry at Granny. Mom! I guess. I don't know what that would smell like, Lip Lock, but if it smells anything like a wet, soggy, old hoagie, then yes. Yes, ma'am, you got it correct. Hong stomping off in his red shoes, his red Adidas that he got from fucking Marshalls for $2. Ew. Hung mad because Hung no hung. All right. Leaves a little energy. They're the ones that go nuts. Leave him alone. Poor guy. Poor guy make memes saying he gonna kill somebody. Smells like bologna and mothballs. Smells like... Ugh. I am really going to make myself nauseous thinking about it. I'm not kidding. The guy fucking smells. I'm not even joking. I'm being as serious as I can be right now. You smell. He smells. He fucking smells. I am not a joking. Like, oh, he smells like desperation, Cheetos, and fucking pickles and Slim Jims. No, the dude smells. That's seriousness. I can't even explain it to you. I smelled him during Danilo Cavalcante. I smelled him during the court hearing. You know how people say if you ever smelled like a deceased body, you never forget the smell? If you've ever smelled a hung, you never forget the smell. He got the whoosh effect because when he moves his body like Jello vibrates after. So like it comes out of like this fucking part and this part and this part and this part and this part. I mean, the guy got cankles on cankles. I don't know. He's just, ugh. Gosh, it's just closest he's had to one, to be fair, Sin, would be Nick. He loves pickles too. That's why he constantly talks about pickle jars. Ugh. All right, can we get a little serious now before we all throw up in the room? Making me talk all vulgar like that. I don't like talking vulgar like that, but damn, my mic muted myself this time. It did. It muted myself. It said, don't even speak no more, bitch. I don't like getting vulgar like that, but oh my gosh. I mean, that is what it is. Yeah, we could all go on a diet. We'll call it the Hung No Hung. Hung No Hung diet. All right. Anyhow, moving right along. So yeah, look, they put it in. They said because of JLR. They did. JLR broadcasts. And then they quoted things that were said that intimidate the witnesses and that make the attorney said they've received death threats and stuff. And it's all based around JLR. Yeah, thank you, everybody. I teased you all the way Nick teases Hung at night with purple handcuffs, in my opinion, and my imagination and fantasies. That's what's happening. But protect myself from another, frivolous litigation there. I teased you guys a little bit, but it's not my fault. Really, my attorney teased you all, not me. It wasn't me. I promise. He smells like what? Oh, Jesus, Mishkin wifey. Oh, my goodness. Imagine the two in a room together. Oh. Timothy Holmseth, Randy Erickson, ex-judge, and Jesse Crazy Bitch, Christopher Hallett. Who are they, Herc? They pretend to have a lot of big connections. Matter of fact, I know 2 connections that Nick claimed to have had I've spoken with, And the person does not claim him. The people do not claim him. The same way Ad Nice now not claiming Hong. Ain't that right, Hongy? Ooze and stench. Yes. Can we move on now? You guys, can we move on from the smell of incels? I swear these men all met in prison or something. Probably on the same protective service ward. Probably sending each other little kites back and forth. Do you like noodle? I give you noodle. You give me your noodle. That's probably how they met. If I had to take a guess, that would be my guess. Are having an adverse impact on our judicial proceedings. Yeah. Remember when they had the court hearing for the guy from Jarrett? The guy Jarrett. Remember Queen had a hot mic moment. And who was the other one? Dolly, was it? You guys are gonna make me log off early. They love romp. They love noodle and buns too. Makes them feel right at home. I think that's where the anger stems from. That's why he spits out homophobic comments. That's been my experience anyway. No. It's not racist. We've heard the guy speak. It has nothing to do with that. It's the way he types. He types like you're reading the book. Go, dog, go. Run, dog, run. Red light, stop. Oh, gosh. Bless it. Oh, bless it be. I think they've already done that anyway, Cheesy. I think they've already done that. Yeah. No, it's just the way he types. Matter of fact, I'd argue anybody who takes it that way is because they, just like I say, Han's being homophobic because he's you know, whatever. Hangi. I just watched a video of a guy that was arrested for violently jerking off inside a police station. Now that's weird. That's the books. Watch, spot, run. Run, spot, run. That's what they do. They can use freedom of speech as a way to go at people, but then they don't like when it's used against them. Febreze and bug spray. Can't have those cockroaches dropping off. I think they're dangerous too. Absolutely, I agree. I know I'm joking when I say that, but yes, it is usually these type of people that are dangerous. I agree. I'm a seahorse. I agree he does it on purpose so that he can then file that people are being racist. And to be honest, when people are calling them things like Hong Kong and making remarks like that, I called it out. I see it as fucked up. We don't have to make jokes like that on the guy's orientation, name, heritage, whatever. None of that. The fact of the matter is the guy's a jerk. He purposely writes in broken English, and he thinks he's scoring points going at people when he doesn't even take the time to spell check, write properly, nothing. And it's supposed to be an intelligence group? And his intelligence is that of sentences like run, dog, run? No. He's a fucking clown. In his $1,000 shoes. Yeah, okay. Look at this. Look at this commenter's chat. Something insidious about burying the daughter's relationship. Sick. So yeah, that's a new filing. I've read it. I do think they have a really good argument. I mean, the truth is the public has a right to these proceedings, but that doesn't mean you have a right via the internet. So long as the court doors stay open, that's all they need to do. I think it will likely be granted, but we'll see. Right. Because he said, you're going to be in and out of the courtroom so much, you're going to feel like you're a basketball player. Just like Han feels like he's a ninja in the night. No. I don't know what made it violent. It actually scared me. Then he tried to say that he was sleepwalking. Reminds me of somebody else. You did, Sly. You the good news didn't take place. The good news is bad news because I have to wait. He speaks like a child. I like it too, Gary. Sleep. Well, I don't think that. Yeah. No, that's Hung's actual voice. He really talks like that. Like, yeah. I don't even want to think further about it. Do smells. That's all I got to say. Anyway, I appreciate you all tuning in. I'm going to log off because I think Hung is trying to bait people just like his little cohort, BJ, but it won't work. As soon as I can, I will tell you all the fantastic news. I promise you, I'm as excited and anxiously waiting as all of you. I can't wait to tell you all what is happening, but unfortunately, I do have to wait just a little bit longer. Again, congratulations to Queen. I'm so happy for you that this is finally over with Betty. Hopefully she doesn't pick a new victim. You would think if there's one thing these people have learned from all their frivolous lawsuits is to stop. But I've heard she's already threatening the Proudfoots, so we'll see. These people just got to be held accountable. And I'm here to tell you all that I am going to hold one person accountable. And I hope you all hold it with me. Well, that's funny because I never saw them at any of the ninja meetings. They're so good you don't. Oh, thank you, Snazzy. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you all being patient. I'm sorry. I wasn't teasing on purpose. I thought I'd be okay too last night. Then I had a phone call. I was told to wait, and that's what I'm going to do. Not my idea, I promise. She is a menace. And then she's already threatening, if she starts her shit again, I'll file again. I thought it said with prejudice. What do I know, though? Cheesy, I hope you're feeling well. Thank you, Feisty. Please do. She's threatening Sumner Co. I like supporting Day Grains. Well, oh, thank you, Gare. The B thing about us having to wait as BJ has to suffer was not good news. I heard she's anxiously waiting. Go get a hoagie. Ugh. Hoagies are really good. I want to know if Hong taught Ernie Shaw those roundhouse kicks. Hong can't even kick a rock. You ever see him? All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you, What the Croc. Thank you, everybody. Thank you again for your patience. Sincerely appreciate it. I am so sorry. I was not purposely teasing you all, but, you know, when I can, I will. And I hope you are all satisfied. And Hung, I hope you find a life. Bye, Hung. Bye.